Alrighty, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy White Album here. Welcome back to some more Witch on the Holy Night. Before I get started, I want to let you guys know that I had to re-upload part 28. If you guys are wondering why that's there, I was informed by a commenter that the video got corrupted around the 22-minute mark, and sure enough it did. Sure enough it was, I should have said. So I went in and it turns out that the file that I had originally exported was corrupted. Don't know how I didn't catch that, so I had to re-export the video again. I did a quick review. Looks it was working brand new as it was supposed to be. So I did a quick re-upload. If again, if any of you are wondering why that's there, but should be up and running. So thank you guys for the quick understanding and maybe to clear some confusion of why part 28 has been re-uploaded. But enough of that. With that being said, we are back. I don't remember the last time we left off, but here we go. You know me, I got my water ready. Oh, actually, no, I think we finished the, yeah, okay, I was about to say, we finished the previous episode, so let's see. I'm kind of torn between doing the archive stuff and then just continue on normally. Let's see. Yeah, you know what, let's do it. Because maybe this will give us some brief exposition to the next one, if I use that word correctly. So here we go. Read it. Oh, gotta pick the one. There we go. Okay, so we're meeting that chick again. I forgot what her name is, so. An unwritten schedule leaves both the process and results unsettled. Toki Julich. I think I said that correctly.
失礼します。2の D のくまりです。
Hi, Kumari from class 2D. Okay, so she's not going to be ever in the actual story. She's going to be like in the side plot for Sojiro.
体育館倉庫の鍵、職員室に返してきました。
I returned the key to the gym's storage to the faculty room. Only Aoko was present in the second student council room where Kojika Kumari entered.
お疲れ。もうちょっとでバイト終わるから、そこ座ってて。
Oh, thank you. I'm almost done with this, so just have a seat there. Aoko was seated at a long table, surrounded by a pile of textbooks and using her pen to write rapidly. Strewn about the table was not school-specific textbooks, but rather papers for writing reports.
何してんの、青崎。課題？それとも補習？
What are you working on? Homework? Review questions?
どっちにしても真面目なこと。冬休み始まったばかりなのに。そりゃあこんなところで特別清掃なんかに付き合わされているけどさ。
Looks pretty intense, whatever it is. Winter vacation just started. I mean, we have this special winter cleaning thing to do, too, I guess.
これは別件。知り合いの大学生から流してもらった代筆のバイト。
No, not really. This is separate work from all that. A university student I know gave me some work as a ghostwriter.
何年も前に提出されたレポートを丸写しにして、卒論クリアしようって話。
They want me to copy this old report from a few years ago verbatim for their graduate thesis.
写本ならぬ写レポートかよ。結構な量だな、おい。
They got you copying a whole book, it looks like.
それ、どこの大学生？まさかみぞら大じゃないでしょうね。
She kind of talked like Yoda there for a second. What university do they go to? Not Mizora, is it? Kumari couldn't seem to hide her discomfort as she started thumbing through some of the reports next to Aoko. The slightly brown-tinged reports had to be at least 10 years old.
そのまさかよ。知り合いの大学生なんて、みぞら以外にいるかっていうの。
Of course I go to Mizora. I don't know any students from any other university.
安心なさい。熊の兄貴たちからの仕事じゃないから。そもそもあんたの兄貴軍団、今年も残る気満々なんでしょ？
Don't worry, Kuma. It's not from your brother or his crew. Aren't they all planning to stay back another year again this year anyway?
熊言わないで軍団もやめろ。
Can you stop calling me that? And please stop referring them to them as a crew. Her voice was snappy. Not that Aoko could judge, but this girl's unfriendliness could rival even her own at times. Kumari's speech was dry enough as it was, but when she got riled up about something, she really let it all out. Apparently, she got it from her father. She was trying to work on it, but it was hard to fix an old habit she had since elementary school.
けどこれどうなのよ。丸写しにしても古すぎて通らないんじゃない？
Is this even going to work with a report that old, though? Don't you think they'll notice?
そこはそれ腐ってもタイというか。
Well, it's better than nothing, isn't it?
技術的に古い部分はピックアップしてあるからテキスト参考にして数字だけ変えておいてだってさ。
They told me they marked out all the out-of-date data, and that I just need to change those numbers by looking at the textbooks.
何それ本当にバカじゃないの。そこまで分かってるなら自分でやればいいのに。で、いつからやってるの？
That's dumb. If they did all that, they could have just changed it themselves. How long have you been working on this?
今日の朝から。半日の稼ぎにしちゃ悪くないわよ。レポート1冊分で1万円。
Says this morning. It's really not bad money for half a day's work. They're paying me 10,000 yen per report.
生徒会長が内職かよ。道理で築地に監督を任せたわけだ。
I can't believe the student council president actually has a side hustle like this. No wonder you left Tsukiji in charge.
はい。他言は無用でお願いします。
Right. So let's just keep this between us, shall we? Kumara relaxed a bit at Aoko's pleasant response and decided to sit down in the nearest chair. The room was silent save for the sound of the scratching of Aoko's ballpoint pen. That's for being that specific. The sky was clear blue, and there were boys in the rear courtyard playing baseball in their jerseys. With the special winter cleaning finished, it seemed they decided to start enjoying their free time.
この寒いのによくもまあ。
I don't know how they can stand it out there in the cold like that.
ってあれ2年の男どもだ。
Wait, those are the second year boys. Said boys were playing in teams of 5 since they apparently could not get enough people to play together at a Said boys were playing in a team of 5 since they apparently could not get enough people together to play a proper game. There we go. It was a boring game of mostly strikeouts and poor hits, but they sure seemed to be having fun. Their yelling and hollering mostly consisted of bad words, surprise yells, and cackling laughter.
あれ？ホウスケとしずきが一緒なのはわかるけど、築地も一緒じゃん。青崎、あいつら仲いいの？
Of course Hosuke and Shizuki are together, but Tsukiji looks like he's with them too. Are they friends?
はあ？なんでよそのクラスの集まりに顔出してんのよあいつ。まあ、裏山の清掃が終わってるなら文句はないけど。
Huh? Why the heck is he hanging out with Class C? Well, as long as they're done with their cleanup, they can do whatever they want, I guess.
お、投げた。築地ピッチャーできるんだ。
Wow. I didn't know Tsukiji could pitch.
基本あいつは何でもできるからね。
He can kind of do it all.
本人サボり症でめったに動かないけど、本気出せば何だってこなすのよ。唯一足りない才能があるとしたら、子供らしさってやつでしょうね。
He's lazy, so he never accomplishes much, but he can do just about anything when he puts his mind to it, though. If there's anything he's lacking, it's the ability just to be a kid sometimes.
詳しいじゃない。
Huh. You seem to know a lot about him.
青崎、築地と付き合ってるって本当？
Are you two dating?
あいつと付き合うぐらいならあんたと付き合うわ。
Seriously? I'd date you before I date him. Give me a break.
顔のいい男は好きじゃないし、やっぱり男はシュワちゃんぐらいじゃないと。
I'm not into pretty boys. I need a macho man, like that Austrian. She's not about Arnold? She's not about the boy Arnold?
シュワ... 誰それ？
Huh? What Austrian?
グレートの方のコナンの主役やった人。
She is talking about Arnold. What the fuck? You know, the guy that starred in those barbarian movies.
へえ、 顎割れてないとダメなんだ。青崎って面食いかと思ってたけど、ごっつい系が趣味なの？
Oh, so you like the chiseled jawline. I didn't know you were into musclehead types. Yo, that's funny. They're implying that it's Arnold, but obviously, without saying it.
別にそういうわけじゃないけど。
I mean, not exclusively.
教訓よ、教訓。なよっとしたやつとか、やけに口がうまいやつとか、気軽な男はほんと信用ならないっていうか。
I'm trying to say that you can't trust smooth talking, carefree guys just because they happen to look attractive. They continued their conversation, one staring at the report pages and the other gazing out the schoolyard. They had met in high school and soon grew to be friends who enjoyed chatting together.
青崎、冬休みはどうする？予定ある？
So what are your plans over the winter vacation? Want to do something?
一回ぐらいは遊びに行きたいんだけど、ちょい忙しくて。年明けに時間作るからそれまで待って。
I want to, but I'm gonna be so busy. How about around the start of the new year?
B 組の山瀬さんたち誘う？確か去年も冬休みに上京してたでしょ、彼女ら。
Should we invite Yamase and the other girls from Class B? I think they went up to Tokyo last winter vacation.
ありゃ私たちと系統が違う。生粋のお嬢様だからね。青崎の趣味知ったらドン引きされるからやめといた方がいい。
They're not really our style, are they? They'd freak out if they found out what kind of stuff you're into. I wouldn't bother with them.
お、撃たれた。
Uh-oh. Tsukiji allowed a hit.
柵越えた。
Wow, it went over the fence.
あれってホームランってやつだ。やるじゃん、しずき。築地から一本取るなんて運動神経抜群ね。
Nice home run, Suzuki. He's more athletic than I thought, if he managed to hit a home run off Tsukiji like that.
そりゃ山育ちだし、それぐらい取り柄がないと。
I mean, he grew up in the mountains. He's got at least a little strong, right?
来年の身体測定、飛び丸とトップ争うんじゃない？山じゃ2時間歩きっぱなしとかザラだったそうだし。水泳部じゃなく陸上部に紹介すればよかった。
He might beat Tobimaru for the top spot in next year's fitness check. It's a piece of cake for someone out in the mountains to walk for 2 hours straight. He should have been on the track team instead of swimming.
詳しいのね。もしかして付き合ってるのあっちとか。いや、さすがにないか。
Wow. You know a lot about him too. Maybe he's the one you're dating. Nah, that can't be. The constant sound of Aoko's ballpoint pen moving across paper suddenly stopped. She stood up naturally from her seat and took a quick break to pour some fresh tea, and returned to her work without acknowledging what had been said.
冬休みの予定だけど、くまり、何かリクエストある？
Is there anything in particular you want to do over the winter break?
別に。見たい映画が溜まってるだけ。こっちじゃ上映しない映画をはしごしたい。青崎は？
Not really. There's a lot of movies I've been waiting to see though. I'd love to run through all the ones that don't get shown here. What about you?
私は新しい冬物と CD 買えればいいかな。その前にまずは CD プレイヤーか。そろそろ3万円切るはずなのよ、あれ。
I'm thinking of getting some winter clothes or a CD. I need a CD player first though. Should be able to get one for under 3,000 yen soon.
はあ。新しいもの好きよね、あんた。CD なんて高いだけで騒がれてるのは今だけだってば。
You like all that new stuff, don't you? CDs are just an expensive fad. They won't be around for long, I think. Ooh, how you are wrong.
だいたい音楽なんてレンタルしてカセットテープに落とせば500円で済むじゃない。ベータデッキみたいにそのうち廃れるって。
You can just rent whatever music you want recorded onto a tape for 500 yen. CDs are going the way of Betamax, you'll see.
そう？
How's Betamax?
私 CD は定番になると思うけどな。過去になるのはカセットテープの方よ、きっと。
Really? I think CDs are going to be the new standard. If anything's going the way of Betamax, it's cassette tapes. What are
そ
Betamax?
れはない。絶対ない。かけてもいい。だって CD って録音できないんでしょ？そんなのにカセットテープが負けるはずない。
No way. I bet anything on it. How can CDs ever be better than cassettes when you can't even afford to record them, or when you can't even record them?
クマは保守派だからな。政権交代は何にだってあるでしょうに。
Oh, it's a record player. Okay, I just looked up what Betamax is. It's like a record player. You're so conservative, Kuma. Watch out for when the party change happens, because it always does.
でもまあ、その賭け乗った。生徒会の歴史に書いておくからね。10年、いえ、5年後を楽しみにしていましょう。
But hey, I'll take that bet. I'm going to put it down here in the student council minutes. In the student count, what does that mean? I look forward to winning 10. No, not even. 5 years from now.
5年後か。いいね。ちょうど大学の終わりだ。青崎、東京の大学に行くんでしょ？どこ志望してるのか教えてよ。
5 years, huh? Sounds good. We should be finishing up college around then. You're planning on going to college in Tokyo, right? Where are you thinking exactly?
実はまだ決めてないのよ。上京したいのは山々なんだけど。
Haven't decided yet. I just know I definitely want to be in Tokyo.
ありゃ意外。あんたのことだから向こう3年分ぐらいスケジュール組んでると思ったのに。
Huh. I'm surprised. I thought you'd have the next 3 years of your life completely planned out by now. Alka laughed dryly at the obvious jab. Alka knew what direction she wanted her life to go in, but she didn't usually think too much about the details. Once she made a decision, she followed through with it. That was why she didn't actually write out a schedule.
クマ、終わったら駅前のラーメン屋付き合ってよ。体力使ったから、なんかお腹減ってきた。
Anyway, come grab some food with me at the ramen shop in front of the station when I'm done with this. I'm getting hungry with all this work.
そこは頭使ったから甘いもの食べたくなったにしといた方が女らしいと思うけどね。
Well, I feel like most girls would want something sweet after doing all that work. But okay.
いいよ。うちでいいならサービスしとくけど。寄ってく？
I'm interested. If you want to come to my place, you can eat for free though. What do you say?
もちろん。持つべきものは女の友情。
Of course. Everyone needs a good girlfriend like you. The girls waited patiently for the winter vacation to start in the student council room. Their free time after school was spent through this kind of frivolous conversation. Alko spent her nights as a mage and her days as a normal high school student. The conversations she had with her friends were no different from any other girls her age. She enjoyed both aspects of her life equally, even if one of those involved fighting against mortal enemies.
ところで青崎、さっきの掛け金はどうする？
So, Alzaki, how much are we going to wager on that bet earlier?
そうね。私も鬼じゃないし、その時の貯金1割で手を打つわ。根こそぎ奪うのは勘弁してあげる。
I'm not completely evil, so I'll just take 10% of whatever savings you have at the time. I don't want to clean you out after all. She wasn't lying, but fundamentally she was still an imp at heart. Alright, looks like we're going to move over to the boys now.
なんかゾワッときた、今。
Oh my god. Just look at, he's wearing the fucking collar. Wait, but he doesn't have his bandages anymore. Okay. I'd like to see what he had under his bandages, but okay. Alright, now we're with the boy Soji Ro. I just got a bad feeling all of a sudden. Victim A whispered quietly after sneezing.
なんだよ。風邪でもひいたか、しずき。
You catch a cold or something, Suzuki?
よし。じゃあこんなとこで野球やっててもしょうがねえし、街に繰り出すとしましょうか。
Let's wrap this game up and head into town. What do you say? This was their fourth game of a five-man baseball. They gained some spectators since starting an hour ago, and were playing special rules where infield grounders were called out when caught, and home runs were rewarded with leftover sweet red bean soup cans. Hosuke Kinomi had gotten bored once he realized it was going to be a while until it was his turn to play.
お前ほんと猿だったんだな。先立つものがねえから野球やろうぜって言い出したのはてめえだろうが。
Seriously? You're the one who came up with the stupid idea of playing baseball in the first place.
それはそれ。これはこれっしょ。
Well, that was then, and this is now.
だって A 組の奴らとか集まってきたしさ。俺あいつら嫌いだしさ。なんかノリが合わないっていうか。
All these losers from Class A showed up, and I hate them. Can't get along with them all.
安心しろ。あっちもてめえとは合わねえとよ。
Don't worry. Trust me. I don't think they like you either.
いい機会じゃねえか。気に食わないんなら試合で片付けてやれよ。こっちも本気でやってやるから。
But hey, this will be a good chance to show them up. I'll actually try to play for real if you will. Tobimaro calmly punched back down as Kinomi was practicing his pitching at the wall. He was throwing harder than usual. Maybe he was angry because of that home run he gave up earlier. He was in Class A and had taken the role of captain for the other boys from Class A who showed up to play.
ちょっと待った。そりゃ誤解だぜ、殿下。
Hold on, that's not entirely true.
俺たち、木の実結構好きよ。
We actually kind of like Kinomi.
バカなところとか、平気で女連中の品評会開くところとか、合コン企画するところとか、真似できねえよ、ほんと。
We like how much of a spaz he is. How he openly rate girls on how hot they are. How he's always planning matchmaking parties. There's nobody else like him. All the other boys in Class A nodded affirmatively.
ざけんな！てめえらいつも美味しいところだけ持っていきやがって！
Really? Don't act like you're all about fun and games like that without telling the whole truth.
カラオケ会開いてよ！女の子と遊びたいよ！なんて甘えてきやがって！なんで気がついたら俺一人だけで会計してたの！一緒にテニス部覗きに行ったのにどうして俺だけ悪者なの！もしかして利用されてるだけってそろそろ気がついていいの？
You should host a karaoke party. Oh, get some cute girls so we can all hang out together. And then what happens? You all leave me to pay the bill. And when we go and when we went to check out the girls in the tennis club, who got caught in all the heat for it? Me. You think I can't tell when I'm being used?
やべ、まだ気づいてなかった。本物だ。
What? You only figured that out now?
ごめん。木の実のおかげで僕にも彼女ができました。彼女の口癖は木の実くんよりマシよです。
Sorry, Kinomi, but thanks to you, I finally got a girlfriend. He always tells me it could be worse. I could be dating Kinomi. Damn, what a fucking ass. I would, if I was Kinomi, that guy's head would be in that fucking pawn that's in the back there.
てめえら本気でムカつく。青くせえ学生生活を送ってんじゃねえ。
Ugh. You guys are so lame. I don't need to know about that kind of shit. Kinomi took his bat and swung it around as he chased after the boys in Class A. They seemed to be having fun running from him while sarcastically thanking him. One of Kinomi's best virtues was the ability to remain good-natured in the face of insults.
木の実は人気者だな。
You're as popular as ever, Kinomi.
ああ、バカなのが救いだな。あれで下手に利口だったら犯罪者になってるところだ。
It's a good thing he's dumb. If he was clever, he'd probably end up as some kind of criminal.
いや、その前に今度こそ青崎に締められるか。あいつ小ずるいチンピラには容赦ねえからな。
After all that's happened, though, he'd probably end up in the wrong end of Alzaki's fist. She doesn't have time to deal with someone like that.
そうなのか。今度こそ。
You think so? Huh. All that's happened? Sojiro fell deep into thought. From the way that sounded, Kinomi seemed to have some kind of history with Aoka Alzaki.
木の実は青崎に、消そうしてたことがあるのか？
Have Kinomi and Alzaki ever been an item?
あ、消そう。あ、消そうか。
An item? You mean a couple, right?
あのバカにそんな風情があるかって。ちょいとな。青崎と木の実には条件反射じみた事件があったんだよ。
You really think that Eddie would have standards? There was a little incident between the two, but nothing more than that.
ありゃ入学式のことだ。そうだよな、木の実。
Back at the school entrance ceremony. Right, Kinomi? Kinomi froze and glanced back at Tobimaru's provocation.
ああ、入学式な。 すげえ体してる女子がいたからさ、つい声をかけたんだよな。
Oh yeah, duh. I just remember seeing this chick with a smoking bod, and before I knew it, I was reaching out to touch her,
彼女、どのクラスって。
and I was like, "Hey, so what class you in, girl?"
いや、でもまさか、手が出るとは思わなかった。
I didn't really mean to touch her like that, though. Honest.
俺的には1センチ前で寸止めしようとしたんだけど、目測を誤った。俺の視覚情報より青崎の肉体のサイズがやや勝っていたということさね。
I really tried to stop myself, but I think my brain had a major malfunction. My hand just went for it. Hinomi laughed loudly as he gazed up at the sky. That was all the explanation Sojiro needed to know what really happened that day at the entrance ceremony.
バカな。
You idiot.
なぜ命がある、木の実。
How are you even still alive after that? Oh, my boy's mad. Look at his face. What?
だろう？俺の顎、垂直に跳ね上がったんだぜ。
I know, right? I thought she knocked my jaw clean off.
平手とか拳とかそういうレベルじゃねえの。下からギャーンだぜ、ギャーン。周りにいたギャラリー曰く、プールで縦に沈めたビート板が浮上するように、青崎の靴がひらめいたらしい。
It wasn't just a slap or a fist, you know. People were saying that it was like her foot was one of those swim boards if you dunk them in the water, shooting up to my chin like BAM!
今だから
I
言いま
got
す
the
けど、
analogy, but that's word,
俺、
that's
あ
a
の
word
後の記
analogy.
憶がすっぽりないのです。
But I can tell you this now. I don't have the slightest memory of anything that happened after that. Rubbing his jaw, Kinomi returned to their side, tired of wasting his energy chasing after the Class A boys.
そんなことより遊びに行こうぜ。殿下金持ってるだろう？おごってくれよ。
Anyway, enough of all that talk. Let's do something fun. You can pay, Your Highness. I know you're loaded.
たく。まあ、映画なら考えないこともない。
Well, I suppose I can manage a movie or something.
ちょうど見たい映画あんだよ。映画の内容より見終わった後に文句言い合う方が楽しい部類の B 級でな。
There's this B movie I really want to watch. It's one of those that's more fun to heckle than watch. But it should be fun.
犠牲者が必要なんで、この際てめえでもいいぞ。
But for that, I need an unsuspecting victim to watch it with me. I guess for that, you'll do just fine.
やだ、映画とかつまんねえよ。大の男がさ、2時間も同じところ座ってられねえって。
Ugh, no way. Movies are so boring. You really think that I want to just sit still and be quiet for 2 hours?
そんなんだったらゲーセンかコンビニの駐車場で駄菓子食ってる方が楽しいって。
There's a piece of ice in my mouth. Hold on. I'd rather go to an arcade. Hell, I'd take being a mall rat and just hang around eating or whatever.
お前、それ今の状況と何が違うんだ？
What's the difference between that and what we're doing right now?
いいんだよ。外でだべってれば楽しいんだって。
Come on. It's fun to go out somewhere just to hang out.
あ、それともバンドでもやるか。今 UK ロックが熱い。バイト先の先輩にパンクロックなら誰でもできると聞いた。
Or we could start a band. British rock is really hot right now. And a friend of mine at my part-time job said anybody can play punk rock.
ああ、そうかよ。ファッションにならねえようにな。
Oh, is that so? Make sure it's not just some fad. Oh, God, here we go with the fad conversation again. This was the rear courtyard during the winter vacation. Kenobi and Tobimaro spent their relaxing reprieve chatting away about nothing about nothing of much substance.
じゃあナンパ。駅前でナンパしようぜ。殿下がいれば年上のお姉さんも釣れるし。
Let's go pick up some girls in front of the station then. I bet we can get some hot older chicks too with you around.
そうだ。お金がないならレディーたちにおごってもらえばいいんじゃない？
And hey, if we're short on cash, we can get some nice ladies to spend some money on us for a change.
その年で紐か。てめえの人生設計、明るすぎて頭痛がするぜ。
You really want to go out with a woman for their money at your age? Man, you really make my head hurt sometimes.
俺将来の展望だけはできてるからね。
Come on, I know what I want out of life.
なあ、しずき、お前からも言ってやれよ。ナンパに行こうって。女の子たちと楽しく騒ごうって。
And I know deep down you want to pick up some girls and have some fun with them too, right, Suzuki?
殿下は立ってるだけでいいし、しずきだって年上のお姉さんから見たら弟属性っていうの？
He could be a cute younger brother type of to older women. Your Highness can just stand
う
around.
まくいけばこう、俺の時みたいに1時間後には一冬のアバンチュール。
If all goes well, in just in an hour or so, we'll be having a magical winter love affair with some cute girls. Like that one time, remember? Konomi's hands were flailing around in excitement, dancing around like so many waving tentacles. His mind was apparently still swimming in the memories of a golden time he had once had. Anyway,
木の実、その時なんて言ったんだ？
Konomi, what did you just say that time?
ああ、そん時の決め台詞ね。
Huh? Oh, you mean my surefire pickup line?
お姉さん綺麗っすね。俺そこのビルのオーナーの息子なんすけど、ちょっと遊んでいきませんって。
I was like, wow, you're beautiful. My dad actually owns that building over there. Do you want to hang out and do something?
嘘だってバレたら逃げられたけどな。
Mm-mm. She ended up running off when she found out I was lying, though.
そうじゃなくて、入学式。
I'm not talking about that. I meant at the entrance ceremony.
あ、そっちか。
Oh, that?
青崎の首から下の部分に向かって。
Well, I looked at Ozaki up and down and I said,
うわ、お前胸でかくね？
this fucking dude. Oh, Konomi, I love you so much. Wow, your knockers are huge. Man, I just had to fucking read that. That's wild. I had to read that and say that, so you guys are welcome for that. He let out a laugh. He let out a loud guffaw. Is that how he said that? As he recalled his history or his story. His lack of intelligence and propriety was truly remarkable, or rather, mind-boggling. Nonetheless, Konomi was now in high spirits after recalling this exciting memory. Conversely, Sojiro was standing in complete sullen silence.
ん？どうしたしずき？
What's wrong, Suzuki?
やっぱりナンパとか興味ないか？
Not interested in picking up girls?
当たり前だ。てめえみたいな色ボケと宗十郎を一緒にするな。
Of course he's not. Sojiro's not some kind of creepy pervert like you.
いや、興味はある。
No, I'm interested actually.
可愛い女の子は可愛いと思うし、たまに薄着なところに出くわすと目のやり場に困るだろう。ああいう時、自分が男だってことを実感するよな。
I see girls who I think are cute, and when they're wearing something revealing, I find it hard to control my eyes, just like anyone else. Dog, what? Yo, bro, and he's saying this with a choker on too. That's just wild, man. God damn. Oh, I'm running low on water. I might have to do a quick water break. His words shot through the air like a bolt of lightning. It was shocking as when a kid sees the head of a character at an amusement park fall off, revealing the person inside. Yeah.
そりゃそうだよな。すまん、見くびっていた。つまりしずきも俺たちの同志ってことでいいんだな。
I guess you're right. Sorry for thinking otherwise. So you're one of us then, Suzuki?
同志。
Wait, what do you mean by one of us?
そうだ。例えばこう、夏場の女子のうなじに光る汗とか、テニス部の女子の肩から脇にかけての清涼感とか、ぶっちゃけ水泳部の競泳水着の後ろ姿だよ。
God damn. I think I should have just actually continued the story on normally. All right, here we go. You get excited when you see sweat rolling down the nape of a girl's neck in the summer heat, or the cute outfits the girls in the tennis club wear, or when you see a girl in a swimsuit from behind. Sojiro's eyes were filled with question marks. Apparently he hadn't quite understood Konomi's explanation.
いやだから、普段は同い年のガキにしか見えない女どもでも、たまに見せる無防備な仕草とかグッとくるよな。
Come on, don't you get worked up when you see a girl our own age do something that makes her look all inviting? I don't know. That sounded kind of rapey there, Konomi. I don't know about that, brother. Yeah, my face exactly.
無防備なのはちょっと考えてほしい。
Sure, but I urge you to reconsider the choice of words. Yeah, exactly. Whether it was because Sojiro was unsure if Konomi was referring to someone in particular, or whether he was just concerned about how this related to himself, a troubled look washed over his face.
いいんだって、それでいいんだって。なぜなら高校生男子の6割は性欲でできていますからね。
Don't overthink the details. It's fine. Guys our age are made up of 60% sex drive anyways.
よし、そうと決まれば早速ナンパに行こうぜ。メンツが変われば超過も変わるってもんだ。
So that decides it. We're gonna pick up girls. Besides, a new face might increase our luck. Alright, let me do a quick water break. I'll be with you guys in just a moment. Alright, and I'm back. Here we go. And with that, he happily put his arm around Sojiro's shoulders and headed towards the train station.
ちょっと待て。あまりのことに絶句しちまったが、てめえは根本的に間違ってる。
Well, wait just a second. This isn't right. I don't think the two of you are even talking about the same thing.
宗次郎、そもそもナンパって言葉が何なのか知ってるか？
Sojiro, do you even know what he means when he's talking about picking up girls? Huh? Question. Define pickup. 1. To answer a telephone call. 2. To recite a Shakespearean work. 3. To transport someone from one place to another. 4. To pay someone's bill. 5. To try and persuade someone to having a romantic relationship. Well, I mean, all of those are technically correct.
2番か。
Number 2. Wrong. 9 times out of 10, when a bunch of high schoolers are talking about picking up girls, they mean definition number 5.
ほら見ろ。てめえとは興味の度合いが違うんだよ。
See? Sojiro isn't after the same thing you are, Kinomi.
女引っ掛けに行くなら一人で行け。なあ、あと岬の駅前はやめとけよ。うちの評判が悪くなるから。ナンパなら隣町でやりやがれ。
If you're looking to pick up girls, go on your own. And don't do it at Masaki Station because you'll make us all look bad. Do it at the next town over or something. Tobimura waved his hand at Kinomi as he was shooing away a pest. Kinomi clicked his tongue in frustration and removed his arm from around Sojiro's shoulders.
くそ面白くねえ。あいよ、おとなしく野球やってますよ。いつの間にか俺たちの番が回ってきたみたいだし。
Ugh, this is so damn boring. Fine. I'll just play stupid baseball then. Looks like it's our time to play anyway. He complained all the way to the pitcher's mound. Sojiro looked on regretfully.
おい、まさか本気でナンパに行きたかったのか？
Wait, hold on. Did you really want to go pick up girls with him?
おいや、ナンパはよくわからないけど、街には用があったんだ。ちょっと欲しいものがあって。
Huh? No, not really. I just really had something I wanted to do in town. There's something I had my eyes on for a while now.
そうだ、飛び丸。生徒会室にあるあの白いやつ。どこに行けば買えるか知ってるか？
Say, Tobimaru, you know that white thing in the student council room? Do you know where I could buy one of those?
Huh?
Sojiro spread his arms wide, making a bizarre gesture. 1 hour later, at the department store in front of the train station, Tobimaru was still confused after he figured out what Sojiro wanted to buy.
しかし、なんだってこんなものを。
Oh, hold on 1 second. Get up there, buddy. All right. Lay down. I know. Lay down. So, why do you want this? Oh, now we're back at home. The Kawanji estate was surprisingly comfortable for all 3 of its occupants this evening. Maybe it was because the dinner Alice had prepared was so wonderful.
7回アリスの実家じゃ、1日に7回も食事をとるのか？
7? You really had 7 meals a day when you were living with your family?
一体どうやって？
How is that even possible? Sojiro asked Alice this question in the sunroom from the third sofa, brought up by the mansion's basement by himself.
食事をとっているわけじゃないわ。ティータイムは1日7回行うのが理想というだけ。
It's not 7 full meals. I'm just saying it's ideal to have 7 tea times a day.
寝起きのアーリー、朝食のブレックファースト、午前の11時ズ、午後のミディーティーブレイク、午後の社交会アフタヌーン、夜会のハイティー、ディナー後のアフターディナー。
And only tea after waking up. Breakfast tea. 11 is after... What? 11 sis? 11 sis? Did I say that? What the fuck? After that in the morning. Low tea in the early afternoon. Afternoon tea. High tea in the evening. And then after dinner tea. You could drink fucking water. I mean... That's a lot of fucking tea, dude. Like, you could just have water, you know? Like I am right now. It's delicious. Tastes great.
この中で食事に該当するのはハイティーだけよ。田舎での話だけれど。
The only one that implies a meal is high tea. At least out in the countryside. Alice was enjoying her black tea by herself in the sunroom. She was drinking a royal blend. A fine blend of Darjeeling, Ceylon, and Assam orange Picoy tea leaves. I've never heard of it. I like tea. Funny enough, little thing about me, I actually like tea. Like the whole like brewing type shit, you know, like not like tea bags, but kind of like the way they do it here in the game where it's like the actual, you know, like tea leaves and shit like that. But shit like this, I'm just like, god damn, like it's just tea, dog. To accompany, it's, you know, it's not the, hold on, before I read that again. It's kind of like, you know, like the coffee people that like, they have like fucking 45 steps to do before they have 1 cup of coffee. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen the videos on Instagram and TikTok. You know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, back to the story. To accompany her tea, she has some strawberries dipped in sugar. She was in a world all her own.
つまり、一日中お茶を飲んでいるのか？
So basically, you just drink tea all day long?
そうね。そう暮らせるのなら理想的ね。
Yes. She couldn't understand why this was so hard for Sojiro to grasp, because he's a man that grew up in the fucking mountains. Alice picked up a strawberry up to her slender fingers and carried it to her mouth as if she were going to give it a kiss. Sojiro was briefly transfixed by the graceful sight and shook his head to clear his thoughts. He became slightly too sensitive to the fact that they were indeed of the opposite sex, perhaps due to his conversation earlier that day.
でもその口ぶりだと、アリスは7回できてないんだ。
But that sounds like you haven't been able to achieve your ideal 7 tea times a day.
3回が限度よ。相方が未熟だから、やらなくちゃいけないことが増えてしまって。
3 was the best we could do. My partner is still in training, so that means I had to do a lot more than usual.
相方。
Partner. Sojiro turned to look to his side. There he saw.
何よ、1日3回も開いてれば上出来じゃない。
What's the deal? 3 times a day is more than enough.
うちの生徒会なんて黙ってお茶飲んでるだけよ。いちいち鍋からお湯沸かしてポット使ってたっぷり蒸らすなんて3時のおやつと夕食がだけで十分でしょ。
Our student council just sits and sips tea quietly. Considering you have to boil water, get a teapot, and steep the tea, drinking in the afternoon and after dinner is plenty.
アリスは手間をかけすぎ。私、贅沢は好きだけど、贅沢になれるのはごめんだから。
You're just always doing it too much. Or you just always do too much. Look, I like the fancy lifestyle, but I'm never going to get used to it. Even though Aoko was arguing, she still seemed to be in a good mood.
贅沢なのは青子たちの方よ。日本の水道水はこんなにも美味しいのに。どうしてあなたたちはこの黄金の価値に気づかないのかしら。
Well, I'm not the one who's too fancy to drink tap water here. I can't believe you haven't figured out how delicious Japanese tap water is yet. Okay. to continue on that, bro, that's actually true, bro. When I went to Tennessee for like Thanksgiving, was it last year or the year before? I think a year before, in 2021. Bro, that dude, Tennessee's tap water is fire. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like, you would think because my state is surrounded by water, being Florida, we would have decent water. We sort of do, but dude, Tennessee's mountain water is fucking fire. Okay.
1日7回もお茶会開く国民性じゃないからでしょ。
I guess we're just not as cultured as you. After all, we're not the type to have tea 7 times a day.
気をつけなさいね、宗十郎。美味しい紅茶を入れようとして、ペットボトルの水なんて買ってきたら、アリスに1時間近くお説教されるから。知識も心構えもなってないって。
Be careful, Sojiro. If you go and buy bottled water to make a nice cup of tea, she'll lecture you for an hour about how dumb and barbaric you are. I'm pretty sure that's happened, right? It was true that better water should make a better cup of tea. That was why Oko went out and bought bottles of natural spring water as soon as she moved into the Kawonji estate. Her proud show and tell to Alice had led to their first petty argument. The two were exhausted after quarreling about something one would think wasn't as significant as magecraft.
青崎さん、夕食を作る気力残ってる。
Do you have enough energy left to cook dinner, Miss Alzaki? Alice asked.
パス。主義に反するけど、てんやものを頼んでみよう。
Nah. It goes against my better nature, but let's just order takeout. And that had been her first time ordering from a soba noodle shop by phone. Their slovenly attitude toward household chores had only accelerated since then.
いやー、あの後は悔しくって、お茶について調べまくったもんだわ。アリスに質問したり競い合ってたら、いつの間にか私も紅茶党の仲間入りよ。
After that, I looked up everything I could about tea. I asked Alice a lot of questions and had many heated debates which led me to becoming more of a black tea person.
私、姉貴の影響で中学までコーヒー党だったのに。
Up until middle school, I was more into coffee because of my older sister.
そこには感謝しているわ。
Well, I'm glad you changed your mind. Well, to be fair, I am more of a coffee person too.
青子が連れ出してくれなかったら、コープランドのアンティークカップに出会えなかったもの。
Bro, the smell of coffee, man, that shit hits. That's a smell that hits harder than I think anything does. Like, that shit beats like fresh linen, cut grass, shit like that. Like the smell of a good fresh coffee is oof, that cannot be topped. Here we go. If it hadn't taken me out shopping that one time, I would have never have found the antique Copeland teacup.
気がついたら骨董品回りしてたものね、去年の私たち。
You're right. Last year we were all about antique shopping, weren't we? The drawing room and the sunroom, though they were not even in the same room, the two were enjoying a fun and lively conversation nonetheless. Sodro wondered why they just didn't sit together and chat in the drawing room since they got along so well. He didn't yet understand how physically distant between them made these stories of old memories more meaningful.
アリスは外に出ない子だったんだ。
Ah, so you aren't the type to go out much, huh, Alice?
ええ、この子ったらほんと屋内派で、外に出るのは学校だけだったんだから。今日だってずっと洋館にいたんでしょ、アリス。
That's right. She's a total indoor type. She only went out to school and that's about it. I mean, just look at today. You've been inside the mansion all day, haven't you, Alice?
違うわ。外に用がないだけよ。今日はプロイの補充に忙しかっただけだし。
It's not that I'm an indoor type. I simply have no reason to go outside. Today I was busy replenishing employees, anyway.
それだ。プロイの補充ってことは、遊園地の時みたいなのはここで生まれてるのか？
About that, do you make those things here? Like the ones at the amusement park? Ever since that terrible incident, Sledger had been sensitive whenever ploys came up. He'd only been worried about escaping with his life at the time, but as time passed, what were those mysterious things? He became filled with curiosity.
何知りたい宗十郎
Oh, you want to know?
教えてくれるなら知りたいけど、いや、よく考えると聞かない方がいいような。やっぱり知りたいような。
I do, if you're willing to tell me. Should I not have asked? But I am curious.
よしそういうことなら話してあげましょう
Fine. I'll tell you then.
ちょっとした触りだけなら怒らないわよねアリス
If you don't mind, you don't mind if I give a brief rundown, do you, Alice? Aqua quickly recrossed her legs in anticipation.
別に私とあなたの違いを話すぐらいならいいけど
Doesn't matter to me. As long as you talk about the difference between me and you, that's perfectly fine.
よし決まった
Alright, it's settled then.
って何よあんた妙な顔して自分から言っておいて尻尾巻くの
Now, what's with that look on your face? You're the one who brought it up.
いや、そうではなく。
No, it's just that, well, I think we're gonna find out what ploys are, or how they are made, next time. So, there we go, you guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode of some Holy Night. Gonna go off the normal path and tread on some more, you know, trying to make an analogy of like we're gonna be branching off from the main story. So, but there we go. We're gonna be, what is this, whiteboard? I think it's called. I have yet to actually talk about. We only talked about it once, so we'll see where that goes next time. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me. Oh my god! I almost just fucking ruined myself there. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy White Album. I'll see you guys next time.